Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Call Center University. And at Call Center University, we specialize in the art of call centers and language for customer service. This is vocabulary that you absolutely must know if you want to be successful in the call center business. This is essential call center vocabulary, and we're going to talk about two phrases that you need to know. The first one is go through, and the second one is walk you through. Now, both phrases are super important. They're phrasal verbs that you need at a call center to, first of all, explain to customer different processes, different operations that you're going to carry out as a CSR. Let's start with go through. Now, first and foremost, through can be, you can spell it like in the long form, Thruough, all that stuff, or you could just go to Thru. The pronunciation is the same. You know, I myself, I start to write it more like this. I mean, like, seriously, why do you need all the other letters, right? But anyways, let's get back to the phrase. The phrase is go through. This is a phrasal verb. The verb part is go, and the particle is through, which means that the tense needs to be controlled or handled here with go. This is an irregular verb, so you got to learn, or you got to use the irregular forms, right? Let's take a look at this process. Let's suppose that, I want you to picture this. Imagine this. Imagine a customer calling you up and asking you, hey, did my payment go through? Did my payment go through? So what the customer is asking, in other words, is did my payment, was my payment processed? Was it taken from my bank account? So when we use go through, it kind of makes sense. So here's this little graph here on the board. So here we have the credit card payment, right? Let's say the customer is going to pay $100 on his T-Mobile account, and he's got his credit card set up for automatic payments. So he's just curious to see, hey, my service, I got a notification. Let's say I got a service interruption notification, a notice, and I want to make sure that my payment went through. So when something goes through, it practically goes, it's something like this. So we have the credit card payment coming here, and basically that payment, that authorization has to go through the bank, through the banking system, through the customer's bank. And the bank has to authorize, verify that there are sufficient funds, that it's actually the customer making the purchase. So the customer, it doesn't, I mean, the payment, T-Mobile eventually does not receive any type of payment until it goes through the customer's bank. So it needs to go through the customer's bank first in order for the payment to be accredited to the T-Mobile company here, the T-Mobile carrier. So if the bank says, okay, everything is fine, this is an actual payment by the customer, then it will go through to T-Mobile, and T-Mobile will just become richer than it already is. Okay, so T-Mobile will receive the customer's payment if the payment goes through. For some reason, the bank makes a check here, and for some reason will not authorize, will decline the payment. So this is a no-no. So the payment is declined by the bank. Then, boom, right? Guess what? The payment didn't go through. So no payment, didn't go through. We didn't receive any payment, Mr. Customer. Unfortunately, your payment didn't go through. So that's what it means, right? So it's a useful phrase that you definitely need to use at a call center, right? And you can use it for different types of processes. Let's see, if you're transferring a number, a port in from, let's say, Verizon to T-Mobile, you know, you could verify, the customer's calling, hey, listen, did my number transfer go through? Did my port in go through? Oh, just let me verify the system here. Oh, yes, sir, it did go through. Your number has been activated. So go through means that it has gone through the process, right? And it's authorized. It has been accepted. So that is to go through. All you have to do is just make sure to manipulate the irregular verb form of the verb go grammatically correct. So customers will just ask you the question, did my payment go through? That's the question. Did my payment go through? So you could answer by saying, yes, it did go through. It did go through. Or, you know, it went through. So don't worry, Mr. Customer. Everything's fine. Your payment went through. Everything is A-okay. You are good to go. We're honky-dory. And thank you so much for your payment. So remember, go through is something that you're definitely going to use at a call center. So make sure that you use it correctly. Next phrase is walk you through, man. This is so important. So usually in troubleshooting, while we conduct troubleshooting, we have to guide the customer. We need to guide the customer through a series of steps or processes that we need to follow. So let's say that we have a customer who's inquiring about hotspot or sharing his mobile data, using his phone like a router to share his mobile data with other devices, connect his laptop, connect his computer through his mobile phone using it as a router. That's called hotspot. So in order to get the customer with hotspot, we need to guide the customer through, let's say, 3 steps here. We need to walk the customer through a series of steps, to guide the customer through a series of steps. So in this example, we've got the 3 steps. Okay, Mr. Customer, let me walk you through the steps. Right? So, Mr. Customer, so step 1, would you be so kind to go to your phone settings? Okay, tap on your phone settings. Are you there? Got it. Perfect. Now, let's go to mobile networks. Can you look for mobile networks? Can you scroll down there? Okay, good. Tap on mobile networks. Thank you so much, Mr. Customer. Let's go to step number 3. I want you to look for something called tethering and hotspot. That's right, tethering and hotspot. Look for it. Okay, now once you click on it, I want you to finally turn on the hotspot option there for you. Perfect. Awesome, Mr. Customer. Let's run a couple of tests. Can you connect your laptop now? Everything fine and dandy? Everything hunky-dory? Okay, then we're good. Thank you so much, Mr. Customer. We're good to go. See you later. So that is to walk the customer through the process. Now, to use it immediately in your call center, you could just go ahead and say, let me walk you through X, Y, and Z steps, or X, Y, and Z process. You can adapt this for any type of call center process that you do. Let's say you're working in insurance and you're helping the customer with a series of steps to fill out a form. You can say, Mr. Customer, let me walk you through the form, the application form for your claim. Let's say you work in logistics and you need to address the customer on a series of steps to process a refund or to return an item at the store, etc. So, Mr. Customer, let me walk you through the exchange process. Or let's say that you're helping a customer with verification of his number transfer. Mr. Customer, let me walk you through the steps here to verify if your number has been transferred successfully. So that's it. Walk you through. This is an excellent phrasal verb that you can use to guide a customer when giving a customer a series of steps and instructions. Okay, guys, so I hope that you guys can use it. Right now, you guys are going to practice giving each other examples of how you can use go through and walk me through, or walk somebody through a series of processes. Let's go to the breakout room and let's practice. You're going to need this one.